Look how clean my room is. Spotless. And this is the setup for today's video. Need to get a new tripod. This is a really good one. I use this for my gym. It wraps around stuff, so it really is good. But I haven't got the mount for a GoPro. I have got this, but it doesn't really go tall enough. It probably will reach that height, but I want like a tripod stand like that. I've been asking retro reseller if you're watching, or somebody can message him. I have got the same lights that he has got, but he has his clamped onto this. I need the clamps for the actual lights. So this all comes off, and I think there's a clamp you can buy that goes there. George, message me. I need to know where they are, because when I move over to that room, I can't have these tripod stands in that room because I'll just be tripping up on them. Today I'm going to be talking about Vinted Pro, what I think needs to be changed. So Vinted, if you do come across this video, please listen to me. This is not only me saying it, probably a lot of people in the comments will agree with me. You need to change this about Vinted Pro, because at the moment it is shocking what you are doing. Not only for people who are selling, but for people who are buying too. All wired up now, and look, you can actually see my body. I've actually found an old top which I've been trying to find for about 3 or 4 months, and it's a lovely North Face back printed one. These are the only things I really do like about North Face. I do think it's an over exaggerated company. Some of the fleeces and that are alright, but the puffer jackets and that, I'm not paying 300 quid for a puffer jacket, which really isn't worth that much money. I've got a Monster as well. I've actually gone for a full sugar one today because I feel a bit drained. I have just been to Aldi as well because I've just bought my mom loads of protein yogurts, protein mousses, because the doctor yesterday, the physio, said that she hasn't got arthritis. We went to the physio yesterday, who obviously had all the blood tests and all that lot, and she did a few movements, and he said basically you haven't got arthritis. You wouldn't be able to do what you just did. The doctor who she saw before doesn't have a clue what they're on about. Basically, she thought she had arthritis. This physio says you cannot say you've got arthritis because you have to have obviously x-rays to find out if you've got arthritis. I think there's only one sort of arthritis you can get with blood tests, and it's not showing up. So yeah, for that doctor to say you've got arthritis is really bad. And she said that, well, what have I got then? And apparently she must have some like muscle fatigue syndrome, or the muscles are just weak, and she doesn't do any exercise. She's not an exercise person. She's never done it in her life. She's not been one of them people. She used to walk a lot. She used to do this thing called Better Wear, where after she finished her proper job in the council for God knows how many years, she did Better Wear as well. So she used to walk around our local estates, dropping off Better Wear. It's like a bit like Avon, but you can buy stuff, all sorts of stuff, but it closed down. And then she went into caring, and she was walking around a lot. So I just feel like it's her age, and obviously her muscles have sort of maybe came to the time where they need a bit of exercise, or maybe a bit of like more like looking after because of all the walking around. She's had some exercises, and the doctor said when she did these exercises, sitting on a chair and then lifting yourself up, she can do that. So you wouldn't be able to do that if you had arthritis. So she's had some simple like exercises, and she's suffering again today, because it's just the pain, that's what it is. She's had no medication gave to her or nothing. So I said to her, because I obviously did exercise and did workouts and gymming and everything, I know my stuff about gym, I know basically everything. I could have been a PT. I tried to do it, but I just couldn't be bothered with all the paperwork and all that lot. But obviously, when you're trying to build muscle, you have to have protein. So protein is the main source of building muscle, or
keeping your muscle. Obviously, she's not going to be doing bodybuilding and all that lot, but she doesn't eat enough protein in her diet anyway. And it is hard. And people, if you've ever tried to gain muscle or try to eat the amount of protein what you're meant to be when you're a bodybuilder, it is hard, right? It's hard. People have supplements. That's what they are for, you know, to get that protein in, because people just cannot physically eat all the protein that they need for your size. So if you don't know, I know this is nothing to do about reselling, but if you don't know, from a person, you're supposed to eat as much in protein as your weight. If you don't know about how much protein you're supposed to eat, for me, to keep my muscle or to gain muscle, I have got to weigh myself and then eat that in grams in weight. So if I'm 200 pounds, I've got to eat 200 grams of meat or protein. So everything you buy will have obviously the list of calories, fats, proteins and all that lot. For a piece of chicken, like a chicken breast, you're looking around 20 to 25 grams of protein. So I'd have probably 2 meals of chicken, whatever, and then I'd have protein shakes. You have obviously protein bars. You have you can have nuts, fish, loads of stuff. There's loads and loads of stuff. But obviously my mum's not doing that. So I said to her, you really need to eat about 60, maybe 70 grams of protein a day for your weight. And I bought her a load of stuff from Aldi. Aldi's brilliant for stuff like that. I bought her some meals, which are fresh ones, and they contain 30 grams of protein. It just saves her from, you know, cooking it all. You know, it's got enough protein in there. She can just stick it in the microwave and there's 30 grams of protein in there. And then I bought her a load of different sort of protein, like yogurts or mousses, to try which one she likes the best. And then obviously next time we'll go and get a load of them, because protein stuff lasts a long time. It's not like normal yogurts. They last for about a month, so you can stock up on them. And they're really nice. Some of them are really nice, but having a meal, having a protein yogurt, and then obviously whatever she eats throughout the day, that's going to get her enough protein to maintain that muscle, build a bit of muscle, obviously build that strength when she's doing these exercises, because all she's doing is sitting and going up off the chair and then doing these exercises because her shoulders ache, where she's doing that and then she's got to go like that. That's all I did. I said she needs to do lateral raises, front raises, and then shoulder presses, just doing that, and do like a set of that. So 5 of them, and then 5 of them, just doing that. And then obviously warming up, rolling the shoulders, rolling the neck, and then do that 3 sets, do 5 reps of each, so 15 reps in total, 3 times, and then just do that. Maybe just do it once every other day as well, so it gives her time to rest, because you know she's not going to be going to the gym and then doing bench presses and stuff like that, is she? But yeah, I thought I'd tell you about what's happening with my mom, because a lot of people do comment and ask about her, because obviously she's a main part of my life with my son, and also she does pack a lot, but she hasn't been really doing much packing because I haven't been having that many sales, and the most sales I'm getting is off Vinted. So people who snoop on my eBay saying, oh, you haven't had many sales, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, get a life and stop like checking out other people's sales, because I don't just sell on there. I sell on Vinted, and unlucky for most of you, you can't snoop on there. But I have had sales on there, but the problem is there's a few things what annoys me. I know a lot of people have been complaining about they can't get the money out after a certain amount that's been in there. At the moment, you'll see on the screen, I've got £408.88 in the balance, pending balance, because of how long it takes, and I've got £101.08, which I could draw out right now. I'm not drawing it out because I've got no bills, I've got nothing to come out, so I'm leaving that in probably until next week, because I've got a lot of pending things coming out this week, and then I'll draw it out. The thing is, there's a lot of problems with Vinted Pro, and I'm going to address them today, which I feel like they need to actually sort out, because the pro part of Vinted is not as good as you might think. My sales is fine. It's no different from when it was when I was normal, selling on there. But what I do find a struggle is waiting for your money for so long. That is the main issue. The main issue is me waiting a long time. And even though they state, oh, it's 14 days, it's not 14 days. It's more like 20 days. Obviously, it's 14 days when they get the item. So if you're sending something which is the other side of the country, it's going to take longer to get there. Some of the things that I've sent, they've already got them literally the day after, because they're in the West Midlands there where I live. So yeah, from them, I don't have to wait as long. But you're looking from definitely, I would say, 16 to 20 days you'll be waiting for some money. And it's a long time. It's a long time, especially if you're selling a lot. That means your money's just going to be coming in every single day, and you can't have no consistency with your, obviously, your paychecks, paying for yourself, obviously to pay bills, to buy more stock. And I have got a problem with this system. I think it's wrong. I don't know why they've done it like this, when they could have just kept it like normal Vinted, and when they got the actual item, you can just get the money then after 2 days. Or when you receive the item, you can give them feedback and then you get it. I have had a couple of complaints, and it's off actual people who have bought stuff off me, not because of my item, because of Vinted Pro. I've had 2 people personally message me and said, oh, I wanted to give you feedback, but I can't. So I had to explain to him about Vinted Pro, and it's got to wait over 14 days when you've got the item to do it. It's stupid, because not only are people wanting to give feedback, we as Vinted Pro sellers are now probably going to not get as much feedback as other people. I used to get a lot of feedback, and I've got 2 feedback from 10, 12 sales. Obviously, because they're all pending. And how many people are going to actually give me feedback after the 14 days? Probably not. They do receive messages, and luckily the 2 items that I have sold and got the money for, they have both gave me feedback, because them 2 are the people who gave me personal messages. But how many people are really going to give you feedback after 20 days? Not many. And it's only going to wreck me as a seller and other people selling things and getting a good feedback rate. It needs to change. I feel like, why can't they just offer the 14-day return anytime? They do anyway with other people, any other normal Vinted seller. Me, when I was doing it before, if somebody wanted to return it, they could, if it wasn't described, but this just seems silly. It feels like, I haven't had it yet, luckily, but somebody buying something and then return it within the 14 days. I haven't had that yet. And I feel like people who are selling clothing a lot are gonna suffer with that, especially if it's very, like a suit, or a night and going out bit of clothing, like a nice dress, because they could actually wear it and then give it back, because they know they're not going to wear it again. And how you're ever going to sell it, because it could be the same and same again with certain items. Gaming, how can you sell a game on here, and then I could probably complete a game within that 14 days and send it back, right? If you don't care about the game, and you're not a collector, you could buy that game for a lot cheaper than brand new, and then play on it, thinking, oh yeah, I like this game, I'll complete it. Or you could be like, not really liking this game now, I've had it for a week, I'll send it back, where you couldn't do that before. It's just annoying. It's really annoying. But Vinted need to do something about it, and if they don't do something about it, I feel like it will affect them themselves, and it will, I think a lot of people like myself as a business seller on eBay, it's never going to compare to eBay. People say that eBay is bad and, you know, they take a lot of fees off, but you know what? It is run really good. Yes, sales are choppy most of the time. You don't know where you stand with sales. I see lots of people saying, "Oh, we haven't had many sales." You know, I haven't had many sales over the last couple of days because I haven't listed this week. I listed on Monday, which wasn't even new stock. It was old stock. I just, you know, rejigged it and all that lot. So I haven't really listed anything fresh, and that's probably why I haven't had many sales. But yeah, I do feel like Vinted Pro needs to like change it around a bit. I feel like if eBay went to be free, you know, for business sales, I think the pro part of Vinted will be gone. I don't think anybody will go on it, not as a business, because I feel like when you're a business, you need to have regular money coming in. You know, yes, I agree with all the returns and having that because you do that on eBay, but holding your money for that long and giving people who are not pro members the money quicker than actual businesses who actually need that money probably more to obviously buy more stock is wrong. Obviously, I haven't had the chance to take out all my money yet, and that'll probably be a very interesting video. I do hope it comes through and, you know, I get all my money. But what are your thoughts on this? Do you think it needs to be changed? Do you think Vinted Pro is all that it seems? Do you think it can be improved in some ways? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Do you think what I've said is right, or have you got your own ideas what they could change on Vinted Pro? You know, not normal Vinted, of course. This is Vinted Pro because it is very similar, but the payment part is terrible on Vinted Pro. Obviously, like this video and subscribe if you're new, but I'm now going to get ready for my next video, which is the bubble wrap video. If this video is a couple of days old, the video will be right about here, so go and click on that. It will be a very interesting video, and if I find they've ripped me off, I will be kicking off in the video. Trust me, I will be kicking off. So yeah, go and take a look at that video, and yeah, enjoy that one too. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.